They say the average person gains a pound a day on a cruise. I just got back from a 6-day sailing on Royal Caribbean's Quantum of the Seas, and I did not gain a single pound. Now, I've made my share of mistakes in the past. On my very first cruise, I actually gained 20 pounds in one single week. Like most people, I used to come home from vacation feeling like I needed a vacation from my own choices. But at the end of 2025, I started a keto diet. That keto discipline transformed my habits at home, and I wanted to see if that transformation could survive the ultimate stress test. A cruise ship surrounded by endless food choices designed to jeopardize your progress. This trip threw us a few curveballs. We were supposed to be exploring Cabo and Ensenada, but my youngest caught a bug on day 1 in Cabo, forcing us back to the ship. And then Ensenada was canceled entirely due to the Mexico security warnings. With those unexpected pivots, we were officially trapped on a floating city full of carbs and sugar. There was no escaping the temptation, so I had to rely strictly on what I call food alchemy. Here's exactly what I ate to beat the buffet. First, automate your breakfast so you don't have to suffer decision fatigue every single morning. Every morning in the Windjammer, I ran the same exact protocol. A venti Americano double shot with heavy cream, and for the plate, bacon, pork sausages, eggs, smoked salmon, and cream cheese. It's high fat, high protein, and zero thinking required. For lunch, meats are your friend. Look for the carving stations. They're usually out on port days, but on sea days, you might have to get a little more creative. Seafood is always a great choice, but keep an eye out for the stir-fry station in Windjammer. It's one of those few places that you can truly find fresh vegetables on the week-long cruise. If all else fails, grab a meat sandwich from the cafe and just toss out the bread. Don't eat the bread. Dinner is always the trickiest part because menus are built around carbs. And then there's the bread basket. Always politely refuse it. It does nothing but trigger that gorge reflex for the rest of the meal. We were lucky that we were able to get reservations at Coastal Kitchen every night. My strategy was simple. Order the best protein on the menu, ribeye, lamb chops with the fresh fish, and just ask them to hold the carbs. No potatoes. If you're still hungry, double up on clean appetizers like shrimp cocktail and escargot. And what about the dessert? Look, I'm on vacation. I'm not interested in total deprivation. Because I spent the whole day feasting on high quality protein, I picked the best sounding dessert every night and enjoyed it without any guilt. Now, let's talk about the one vice that kills a keto cruise, the drinks. Now, I'm in my 40s. I'm at a point where I decided that I just don't want alcohol in my life. I don't really drink anymore. But if you want your elixirs, just follow a few simple rules. 1. Avoid cocktails. They're mostly just sugar water with a splash of alcohol. Stick to wines or zero sugar options like White Claw or Truly. And for the non-alcoholic stuff, I just get sparkling water, sugar-free Red Bull, or the dirty but always reliable Coke Zero. Surviving a cruise on keto isn't about being miserable while your family has fun. I call it the family tax. I sat with my kids while they had pizza, pancakes. I watched them eat their ice cream. Just don't be that guy on vacation preaching about your keto diet to your kids. Just hold your own line. And 6 days later, I stepped off that ship at exactly the same weight I had at the start of the trip. 0 pounds gained. I maintained at 170 pounds. But surviving the ship is only half the battle. If you don't prep your metabolism before you even step foot in the terminal, you're already behind. In my next video, I'm breaking down the exact keto travel kit I pack in my carry-on to stay in ketosis on embarkation day. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it, and I'll see you in the next protocol.